So you got the Jeremy Lin. He's a pretty damn good player for the Houston Rockets now. The Knicks used to have him. Decided.
Remember Linsanity?
Yeah, he wasn't worth the money, so he moved on to Houston, and he's doing okay over there. And SportsCenter had a Jeremy Lin comment, and of course, like even though it's a men's network, you can't say shit.
I don't even understand why this would be considered bad.
Well, a real guy's network, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You can't say shit.
Put it on in the man cave.
Tonight, however, no question whether Jeremy's Linsational game will be on the court and whether Linsanity will spread again as the Rockets were at the Garden. Jeremy Lin coming into tonight's game with back-to-back 30-point games for the first time in his career, and he was cooking with some hot peanut oil. Take a look at that. Easy little bucket, 32-25, Rocket lead.
See, because Asians cook with peanut oil, but you can't really point that out.
He was cooking with hot peanut oil, and that is
what's the problem with that?
I don't know.
We're a country of fucking hypersensitive faggots. That's what the fucking problem is.
It's amazing.
We like to be upset.
That was nothing.
No.
Absolutely nothing. You can't point out people's differences whatsoever.
That's barely pointing out.
A lot of Asians cook with peanut oil.
Well, a lot of people cook
and
with peanut oil.
And a lot of other people enjoy Asian cooking. That is where they use peanut oil.
Yeah.
Well, what's the problem?
This guy's dumb, though. Like, this guy is a dumb... Not that that's offensive.
I don't think this one is dumb because this one is so who gives a fuck. I see those other ones now where you got to understand the culture, but this? Now we're down to this level? This shit's going to get you in trouble?
Yeah, right.
How does he not know? Like, you can't say anything about Asians if you're in his world. It's just stupid. It's like, and it's wrong that you can't.
It was so barely anything.
So, 40 minutes later...
Now, earlier in this show, I made a comment about Jeremy Lin basket that I should not have made. This was clearly a poor choice of words.
What?
I sincerely apologize. I'm very sorry for offending anyone. That was never my intention. SportsCenter continues after the break.
Who was offended?
Real Guys Network.
Who was offended?
Could we get a montage put together of all of those fucking apologies?
Yeah,
just those quick ones that are done like a few minutes after the fuck up on the air, and then they come back and go, a few minutes ago or earlier on the broadcast. I'd love to hear all of them strung together.
Do you think we can do that?
Yeah.
Aren't we sick of hearing those apologies? Like, as a country, aren't we embarrassed now for like what we've turned into?
Funny. He doesn't care. He's not sincerely sorry. Someone came up to him and said, we're getting fucking
a panicky Pete.
Calls. Someone not even calls.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's a panicky Pete. You're right.
They're not getting calls. It doesn't even get to that point.
No, they go, oh, boy, you better apologize.
Peanut oil is a reference to Duck Dynasty, too. I don't know why.
No, it's probably not.
Maybe it is, but...
Yeah, maybe they're cooking ducks or something. I don't know. Right?
It doesn't even get to the point where they get calls. And just look what ABC's dealing with. Just hang in there with your people.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Jimmy Kimmel's got some shit that he's dealing with right now. But he's going to be all right in the end, and he said far worse. Under the guise of humor, obviously. He didn't mean to fucking hurt anybody.
Funny.
Right.
He didn't mean it.
No, of course not. There was no hate behind it. That's the difference.
Doesn't even matter, the humor part of it. That makes it even worse sometimes. Oh, and you're joking about it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. We're joking. Peanut oil. Like, it's not exclusive to Asians cooking with peanut oil. Who cares? You see that shit all over. People use it all the time.
Just a bunch of wimps.
A bunch of fucking whiny little shitheads.
Peanut oil is used in the South, too. This guy uses it all the time. He's from Kentucky.
George Washington Carver invent that?
I don't know.
Oh, that was the one thing he did. Didn't somebody call in once and say, no, George Washington Carver, believe it or not, had nothing to do with fucking peanut oil, which is like the biggest use for peanuts, peanut oil.
Right.
He's trying to make like brake drums out of it or something. Fucking George Washington Carver. Yeah, I'm going to make a fucking toilet porcelain out of fucking peanuts. Well, miraculous guy.
We move on to the great Charles Barkley.
Oh.
He is entertaining as all hell. I know you don't really watch basketball, but this fucking guy is a commentator, and he's great.
Is he, yeah?
He's one of the few that still kind of lets it out there. And they let him do it way more than these other guys. He has a whole thing on the N-word here.
What?
Yeah. Because Oh, okay. After the Clippers, Matt Barnes got in trouble for tweeting the N-word. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
He with Matt Barnes, He tweeted, "I love my teammates like family, but I'm done standing up for these N-words."
Niggas.
All this
and
shit.
who's he in trouble with? The NBA?
You know, the media and then the NBA. And so he apologized to the organization, his teammates, coaches, and Clippers fans for my actions, not only on the court, but off. I was completely wrong for pushing blah, 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 blah.
So what? He wants the rest of his team to step up? He's frustrated by the rest of the team?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so what's the problem?
He tweeted the N-word.
That's how those people talk.
Now, who is this?
Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes, he plays for the Clippers.
The black
NBA.
player?
Yes, he's a black player.
Yeah.
Oh, if he was white.
That's why it's not. I'm looking at the front page. I didn't see it.
You would have
That's
seen
probably
a
why.
catastrophe, yes.
So Charles Barkley has his lovely take on this.
Matt Barnes, there's no apology needed.
There you go, right there.
More people need to say this stuff.
No apology needed.
More of these fucking guys need to say this.
That's exactly
Barkley
it.
rules, man. He absolutely rules.
Matt Barnes, there's no apology needed. I'm a black man.
What?
I use the N-word.
What?
I'm going to continue to use the N-word with my black friends, with my white friends. They are my friends. This debate that's going on with the Miami Dolphin thing about bullying and racial slurs. Hey, Ernie, in a locker room and when I'm with my friends, we use racial slurs.
So this was appropriate to tweet this out?
No.
Okay, that's why.
Okay,
He got fined $25,000 for
I know, I
tweeting
understand
this out.
that. He
Is
should
this the
not-
fucking white co-host?
Yes.
Fucking shut up.
It's I forgot his name offhand. Ernie, right? That's Ernie.
Mm-hmm. This is the typical
Yes.
dialogue you'll get.
Just shut the fuck up and let Charles Barkley say what he's going to say.
Yeah, or
'Cause
how
he
about-
knows way more about this than you, and not because he's black, by the way, because he's more intelligent than that Ernie douche.
And how about Ernie just goes, yes, I've been waiting for someone to say this.
Yeah.
Fucking douche.
Yeah, get out of Charles's way.
Get out
He's
of his
way
way.
more intelligent about language and this shit than you are. And it's not based on a color thing. Fuck.
Oh my God.
No,
He got fined $25,000 for
I know,
tweeting
I understand
this out.
that. He should not have made it public. But this debate, it goes back to the Paula Dean thing, where they're like, well, black people use it among themselves. It's in rap records. Listen, what I do with my black friends is not up to white America to dictate to me what's appropriate and inappropriate. Matt Barnes should not have said that publicly. You are 100% correct. But
And I don't think anybody right now is telling you, Charles, what you can do with your
I know,
friends.
Lerner, I've been watching
they
TV
are.
for the last few months, going back to Paula Dean, going to the incognito
Yeah,
Martin
okay.
thing. White people, white reporters, number one, first of all, they
Yes.
don't have the courage to go in the locker room. That's why they're reporters. What we say in the locker room, and it should always stay in the locker room, I might add that also. But the language we use, first, sometimes it's homophobic, sometimes it's sexist, and a lot of times it's racist. We do that when we're joking with our teammates, and it's nothing personal.
Understood.
But this national debate that's going on right now makes me uncomfortable that regular people try to act like they have the courage of to play pro sports. They don't have that. And Mike Wilbon did a great job on television today. I love his show, him and Tony Kornheiser.
I saw it too.
White America don't get to dictate how me and Shaq talk to each other. And they have been trying to infiltrate themselves saying, well, you guys use it. It's in rap music. No. That's not the same. As I tell my white friends who I love like brothers, whether it's Joe Klein, Mike Jaminski, Dan Marley, they've asked me, well, when is it appropriate? I said, well, if you use it around the wrong brother, the next thing you're going to hear is a clock side your damn head. That's when it's inappropriate, Ernie.
There you go. That's kind of our take.
Very honest right there. At least he's being fucking completely honest about it.
Completely honest. And he's mentioning race. White
Yes,
America
yes.
doesn't tell me how. And he's right. Although it's not just white America, because the NAACP are the ones who put it to bed. But
Exactly.
still, good for him, though. Fucking good for Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
He's the best. He really speaks his mind still. He's one of the few on TV.
And of course, if I may retort, I believe that black America has no right to tell me what I can say to my friends.
You're right.
And whatnot.
Of course.
Yeah.
There's a consequence, though, like we've always said.
Well, he said, if
say
you
it's
say it in
thrown
front of the
upside the
wrong
head.
brother, you get clocked upside the head. But if I'm not saying it in front of somebody that's going to clock me upside the head, then it's fine.
Right.
And it should never be dragged out that just because you do say racist stuff amongst your friends, that you should lose your job or anything else that you have because of that. It's ridiculous to think that people are prowling around with their little recording devices, trying to get people in private times to say something that sounds racist and then fuck them over.
I think eventually we're going to get tired of all that shit.
Yeah,
and
maybe
hopefully
the pendulum will swing the other way.
You think Barkley has to apologize for this?
No way. No fucking way.
No. Hear me out. I don't.
Yeah.
Not on his terms, but you think he's going to feel the pressure to apologize?
No.
Yeah.
He's the type of guy that wouldn't apologize.
No, he wouldn't apologize.
But do you think they're talking to him about it?
No, because I think that he's so belligerent as a guy that the noise he would make, and because he's a guy who can get in front of a microphone and everybody hears him.
Right.
You can't shut him up. No, it would be a terrible. And by the way, and this is the beauty, I love Charles Barkley.
Terrible.
But I hate the press. Because Paula Dean admitted she said nigger 35 years ago.
35 years ago.
And it was all over the place.
Like a half-life of like radiation.
Charles is admitting he uses it now.
Yeah.
And there's not one fucking article about it.
Yes.
There's not one bit of outrage.
You're right.
He's absolutely right. Fuck you, white people.
She said it 35 years ago in private. And yeah, outrage. And he just admitted, you're right.
He's confirming that he uses it now. And in the future,
yes.
He will continue.
He said, I will continue to use it, as will I, by the way. Don't give me a cooking show. I'm crazy.
Moving on. Remember, what happened to your food?
I edit.
It came?
During the show, I was nibbling away at that sandwich.
Wow.
I had a BLT on white toast. Fucking.
Remember the Andy Kaufman thing yesterday, and we were listening to that actress acting extremely bad, and we just turned off the audio?
The one that was...
That was his daughter, dude.
Oh, his daughter,
dude,
right.
That was his daughter.
Even though a lot of people kind of, buying into it a little more than they should have.
Yeah.
And all you had to do was listen to her on stage, and you just realized immediately it was a hoax. Now it's coming out. She's an actress, and her real father's a doctor.
Dr. Steve.
But here's the problem. Michael Kaufman, who was on stage with this broad who was claiming to be Andy Kaufman's daughter, is now saying he was tricked and, he wasn't part of the hoax.
Uh-oh.
How dumb is this guy that he couldn't tell that the broad was acting, badly?
He's probably lying.
Yeah. I think he's lying.
Of course he's lying. That's what I'm getting at.
Who is this?
He was hoping it was going to work. She couldn't pull it off, and now he's got to kind of save his own ass.
Man, does she need bangs?
See, look, daughter is a new. Look, they're doing what site was this?
That was Gawker.
Oh, they got pictures of her acting.
Yeah, she's an actress.
She's an actress.
23 years old.
But she's a horrible actress.
She's very bad at acting, yeah.
She has no business being an actress.
That is one giant forehead.
Yeah, she had
They call it 5 heads.
Wow. That bitch's head is so big, the motherfucker. It looked like there should be some shit on it.
But then she takes the picture where the camera's above her head. Right. Why would you do that? Wouldn't you make the camera below your chin so it would be deceiving how big your forehead is?
No, maybe because maybe it's a forced perspective that it looks like a big fucking a giant flesh monster coming at you from the bottom. She has to.
It's a defense mechanism.
Anyway, so Michael Kaufman is trying to save face, and we got the clip.
All right.
I mean, it was a pretty good idea, but fuck, you probably should have practiced with the actress to see if she could pull it off before she comes on stage in front of everyone.
Joining me now is Michael Kaufman, Andy's brother. Andy, Michael, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. You've said from the beginning that this does not mean you actually believe he's alive. You're still skeptical, but it raises questions. What's your take on what happened on Monday night?
I'm still trying to process it all. There were articles that came out today that have forwarded the action, but, regardless, I'm questioning things as much as you and everybody else is.
Now, Michael, I'm sure you know there's a report from the Smoking Gun website that this woman is an actress, and they say that you recruited her to play this role, according to a source of theirs. Can you respond to that?
I want to recruit you.
That is not true.
So the Smoking Gun source is lying. You did not recruit this woman. You never saw her until that moment.
Right.
Ugh, Christ.
You have no idea who she is.
Embarrassing.
Liar, liar.
Is there a chance that she is scamming you? Someone hired her to do this. This is a hoax of some sort, and you're now part of the hoax inadvertently.
Oh, it's, now that it's Thursday, not Monday anymore, I believe I am part of the hoax. Whether she,
Boy.
I don't.
He didn't get any of that Andy
though.
Kaufman charisma, did he?
No.
Holy shit.
That's all I know.
Is this guy a dud?
Do you know how to reach her? Maybe she could have a DNA test, as I believe someone in the audience suggested.
Right. I did not know how to reach her, but now that
She's going to come
Why was CNN doing this? Isn't the president backpedaling about fucking health care?
Exactly. Why are you wasting time?
You're wasting time on this. And
Andy Kaufman's daughter comes on stage. She's willing to finally come forward, and you don't exchange numbers or anything info with her after the fact.
So how'd she end up on stage with you?
Exactly.
how to reach her, but now that smoking gun, I'm sure there's a way of reaching her now.
So just to reiterate, you now don't think that it's true? You think that this is a hoax and you were a victim of the hoax?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Here I come to save the day. This guy's a dullard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you.
Your bit failed miserably. Now admit it.
Tried to bring back the fucking wackiness of Andy. And
He's dead. Like, nobody should be doing Andy Kaufman jokes anymore.
Yeah.
Because the guy who did the jokes is dead.
He's a dead guy.
So you can't keep doing them because he's the one who did them.
Yes.
Well, they're trying to, capitalize on the talent of his brother
Yeah.
and keep it going. But they can't pull it off.
Yeah, no, this guy's the pizzazz of a shoe.
He really is pizzazzless.
He's been doing a movie with Tom Hanks, Pizzazzless in Seattle, where he just sits on a lawn chair and fucking eats a mango.
Gets nobody. He has no pizzazz.
And they try to give him pizzazz, and he doesn't know what to do with it. It's like pizzazz and anti-pizzazz. He explodes. He explodes.
Exploses.
Yeah.
Well, we got a guy with a wacky license plate.
Uh-oh. Ass man?
PGGYBOY. I know who it is.
Trying to speed through all our material because we got a lot of shit that's going down today.
I assume
Dr. Steve's going to be here soon.
Good.
I assume this license plate, DMV didn't catch it?
Nope.
In time?
Offensive.
It's offensive?
To some.
Oh.
Clever to others.
At first glance, things aren't always what they seem, like this license plate that reads not C. Now, take a second look at it. A slight spelling variation for the word Nazi, a word and symbol that represents racism and persecution. A 10 News viewer sent us this picture.
Party.
She's smart.
Wait, but
It does symbolize.
does he have the swastika on the car too?
Yeah, his license plate is under the swastika on his bumper.
Yeah,
right?
That's what the photo implies.
Just in case you didn't get the fucking...
Oh, they put that there?
I don't know.
Maybe he's blind.
Not C,
Ran the
right.
license plate and tracked down the owner. Sean Calpito
His wife
lives in Kearney
drives it,
Mesa.
and she's not a
He
cunt.
wouldn't come to the door, but the person who sent us the picture of the Nazi license plate confirmed Calpito is the man behind it. He may have found out 10 News was on to him because when we found his car, the front and back plates had been removed. We also found his Facebook page, apparently just a few minutes before he took it down. When we went back to it, it was gone.
Can you pause real quick for a second? How is this? I understand. First of all, I hate guys that love the Nazis for real. Like I think this guy's a twat. But why is the news shaming him? But why is the news shaming this guy when he's really not? He's just not doing anything wrong. That's not a newsworthy story.
No.
And they'll tie it in with, well, how did the DMV? It's simply he's saying something shitty and unpopular, and we're going to try to make his life miserable.
You
They're
are
fucking
allowed.
cunts.
You are allowed to believe whatever you want as far as political affiliation and the race separatism and hatred or whatever. It's all part of the game.
Well,
and the fact that we looked at his Facebook and he took it down, drats. So then we went to his Twitter.
Well, some would say it doesn't fall under free speech.
Why?
This is a guy who's promoting racial hatred.
Jim McElroy is a civil rights attorney. He says the DMV does regulate vanity plates.
But this one is so subtle that without the other symbol, without seeing the other symbol, there's no way for someone regulating this to realize that it is, supporting Nazis.
Some may argue the man has a right to free speech.
This is not what I would call a legitimate political belief. This is hatred. This is the Nazis annihilated 6 million Jews.
Okay, people are losing their minds. Yeah. He did this because he thought it would be like a goof and clever. I don't think he's officially supporting Nazis. I really don't.
Even if he is, it still falls under free speech unless he starts. And the license plate will always fall under free speech. His idea of Nazis, if he started inciting riots or racial hatred to the point of physical violence or something like that, he'd be in trouble for that. It's still, though, the plate and stuff is.
I think he was trying to be funny more than support hate. I really do.
But with the swastika on the bumper.
But I don't think the swastika is on the bumper.
No,
I think they added that.
I don't know. That looks pretty fucking nailed on.
Does it?
Yeah, man.
And don't you think?
Well, then that would lean toward him maybe supporting hate then.
Plus, if you're going to get that license plate, you're doing something just to upset people.
That's true. Yeah.
Maybe
my problem is that the news is upset.
I don't know if that's on the car, man.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. That's very misleading.
I think they're misleading to really hammer
the video.
Let's play the video. All right.
To hammer
same audio.
Yeah, I know. I just want to see if they show.
The boss said play the video.
Commercial vanity license plate in California.
I think the guy was trying to be funny more than.
Enough on its own.
It's
Nazi on a car with a Nazi swastika directly above.
Yes. Okay, yeah, it is there.
Oh, so there is a swastika.
Yeah,
that changes it a lot.
Yeah, the guy's a cunt.
That changes it a lot.
Well, yeah, but
it's still not a news story.
You do have the freedom to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think I'm wrong there.
But the minute
I can see if you just have the license plate that you're trying to be, kind of like, look what I got, look what I did.
Yeah. But the minute it becomes
funny, right?
Public, and he's trying to get because this is obviously attention seeking, and the minute it actually gets attention, he's like, "Oh no!" and he hides the license plates and takes down his Facebook page.
Take down my Facebook. I work for a living. I can't lose my job, but I'm a Nazi.
All right, we're going to break. I want to remind the people, although it seems like it's pretty hot, the Patrice O'Neill podcast is doing very well. This week's Opie and Anthony podcast features Patrice O'Neill, and it's a long one. We usually never go this long with our podcast, our weekly podcast. So if you go to our Facebook page, I believe there's a link there. Just search out Opie and Anthony on iTunes and all those other places, and you'll find the podcast. Please subscribe, okay? But I think people really, really are enjoying the Patrice O'Neill one. And next week, I think we're doing a best of Mike Tyson. Because he's been on our show 3 or 4 times, so we're going to get the best clips from those appearances and put it all together for a podcast for next week. So
do.
Podcast is fucking rolling, man. And, thanks to everyone who's supporting it. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Dr. Steve next.
Oh.
The Opie and Anthony Show. All right, well, that sucked. To hear the Opie and Anthony Show 5 days a week live on satellite radio, online on your phone or tablet, or even on demand, go to SiriusXM.com. Also, interact with the Opie and Anthony Show on Twitter, @Opie Radio, @Anthony Cumia, and @Jim Norton.